Little taste of their own medicine. And let's be honest, this is just straight up revenge. Trump is delivering on revenge. They charged him with classified documents. Now he's doing the same thing to them.
Record back with another one. I got some more Nick Fuentes clips for you guys today from the show yesterday. And yeah, he started a little later than usual. I think because he was doing a lot of collaborations with people, but yeah, first clip I got for you guys today is Nick's reaction to if you guys saw yesterday on the news, the John Bolton indictment. He is now being indicted, which is good. Yeah, just like everyone, he was a hater of Trump, and now Trump is, like he said, Trump said he's delivering on revenge. He's just trying to get everyone that did him wrong, and he's going after them and now trying to do that. Tell everyone, you could look at it however you want. I think it's good, but we have our own opinion. All I ask is if you guys can like, subscribe, comment down below your thoughts on the video, and if you guys like more Nick Fuentes, and yeah, I'm gonna let you guys enjoy some Nick Fuentes.
But our featured story tonight, we're going to be talking all about John Bolton, who has just been indicted in a classified documents case. Little taste of their own medicine. And let's be honest, this is just straight up revenge. Trump is delivering on revenge. They charged him with classified documents. Now he's doing the same thing to them. And so they hit James Comey. That was a few weeks ago. Now John Bolton has been charged. And these are two guys that wrote their tell-all books, and they created all kinds of problems for Trump. And they supported the many indictments against Trump and his impeachment and the rest of it. And true to his word, Trump is delivering. It seems like the DOJ is doing his bidding. They dropped this huge classified documents case on John Bolton. They went into his house, just like they did to Trump at Mar-a-Lago. They rifled through his stuff, took his papers, and they hit him with a number of these charges, which could put him in jail for the rest of his life if he's convicted. It's pretty serious.
Yeah, it is pretty serious. But hey, that's what happens when you take money from under the table for other countries. You work with other countries giving out intel. I mean, it's all gonna come back to these people. I mean, they think they can get away with this stuff, but Trump's, like someone said, extremely rich Trump W. Trump is actually doing it, and he's like, nah. You guys try to, like Nick said, they try to get him arrested. He's like, nah, we're gonna get you arrested, now, motherfucker. And that's basically what they're doing. All right, next clip I got for you guys is Nick talking about how to prevent a civil war, because we all know the left, they want a civil war. Clearly they do, because they keep bashing the right, conservatives. I mean, they're pinning each other against. They want to pin us against each other, and it just ain't gonna happen, no matter how much. But yeah, this is Nick talking about how we can prevent a civil war. I'm gonna let you guys enjoy it.
That I don't like where the country is headed. This is not good. I think anyone recognizes this is not. Maybe we should avoid using words like good and bad. This is destabilizing. This is escalatory. This is destabilizing. All that we're seeing with everything, whether it's the ICE detention centers, the Supreme Court case on the Voting Rights Act, and the apportionment of, or I should say, the drawing of the map of the districts, the case in Texas and California having to do with gerrymandering, all this stuff, these indictments, Jimmy Kimmel, we're just moving full speed ahead towards like a civil war. And I never was that guy. I said that on Alex Jones this morning, and I think if you watch my show, that's true. I'm not the Civil War guy. I'm not a prepper or anything like that. But lately, I have been sounding the alarm. It's getting dangerously close to that, because everything that you would see that would precipitate that, all the pieces are coming into place. There's constitutional questions about authority. People are contesting the results of the election. You have different jurisdiction and their law enforcement competing with each other. Federal troops National Guard, ICE versus the local police versus the power reserved for the states to mobilize a National Guard. You've got political leadership on both sides agitating. You've got kind of in the private sector, people are going their separate ways. So I don't think it's imminent, but it's looking a lot more likely. Things are getting worse. And I don't know. On some level, you might say maybe this is a necessary step. For us to win, we have to fight. For us to take back control of our country, we have to defeat the enemy, and that means that the only way out is through. It's a valid argument. That's why I don't necessarily say it's good or bad. On the other hand, you might say, is it necessary? Maybe there's an angle where we can reform the system, where with overwhelming force we could prevent conflict. That's kind of where I've been at. I recognize, and we'll get into this, of course, later, but just briefly, I think everybody recognizes, like, we need to win. These people do need to be decisively confronted and defeated. Here's my hang-up, is I think that since we're in power, we need to overwhelm them completely so there's no fight. If we take half measures and if we give them the impression that they could win, that they can resist us, then it will prolong the battle. It will prolong the suffering. So I'm of the opinion this is a battle worth fighting. I like seeing some of the things that are happening, but I just want to see everything wider, deeper, and times 10. Because the only way to prevent real civil conflict, what people call stochastic terrorism, a low level of political violence that is sustained over time. People talk about a national divorce, schism, real instability. I think the only way to avoid something like that is overwhelming force, bold action. And you just need to utterly defeat them, strike at the head, let them scatter, make them afraid to associate with each other. I think that's the only way. Because otherwise, if they think that this is a fight, if we take half measures, if Trump is weak, and if they think that they can resist him, then they will, and they will gather their strength. They will fortify on the left. And if we give them a chance to regroup and they win, let's say in 28 or 32 or whatever, then you're just going to see this tit for tat keep escalating. And there's a chance you could always get off on an exit, on that road, but there's no guarantees you'll be able to stop it. So I'm in favor of overwhelming force.
It's facts right there, dude. I mean, that's the only way we're gonna stop it, because that's how they are. I mean, they want to start, LGBTQ, transgender. They want to tell us, oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. We can't tell them anything, so it's like, nah, fuck that. We want to tell them stuff too. It just ain't right what the left's doing, and it's like Nick said, the only way to stop it is if we all unite and we go against them. You gotta fight fire with fire. Unfortunately, it shouldn't be like that, but that's how the Democrats like to play. They like to play dirty. Okay, next clip I got for you guys is Nick talking about the Daily Wire debating whether the young Republicans should be punished for their group chat leaks that happened. Nick's been talking about that a little bit. I saw the clip of it. I mean, I don't like it, because it's just dumb. Like, the Daily Wire at this point, dude, they're just all they're pro-Israel, so I don't mess with any of that. But I'm gonna let you guys get into this clip, and enjoy it.
Did you guys see this Daily Wire debate that aired this evening? Oh my gosh, guys, they are losing the plot here. And by they, I mean the Jews. They're losing. They can't help it. They are in a death spiral. And that's not a dog whistle. I don't mean anything violent by that. I mean, they are in a pattern of behavior where everything they do makes it worse. And it seems like there's nothing they could do, like they're not capable of doing anything that can make things better. Their behavior is causing people to really not like them. And their response to this is to just increase those behaviors. So people don't like that they're completely intolerant of dissent or criticism. So what do? They freak out. Anyone criticizes them, they call them trash. They say you're a foreign agent, you're an anti-Semite. They get angry. And it's like, this just keeps, it really is circling the drain because it's cyclical almost. People get angry, and the Jews tell them you have to be suppressed. People get angrier. The Jews get even more suppressive, more censorious, if that's a word, more tyrannical. And it just keeps going and going.
Mm-hmm. It does, you know. It's like Nick said, the Jews, they're losing it now. I mean, they don't know what to do because so many people are reacting to the Republicans' leaks, and they're backing them up. They're like, hey, you guys are hypocrites because a little while ago you guys were backing up Jay Jones, who was threatening his political opponent. And if you guys seen him, he actually apologized and said, "Oh, I've been held accountable." You know, when it's like, bro, you haven't. If you were held accountable, you would drop out of the race. You know, so these guys are just hypocrites. And what Nick's saying is it's true, bro. I don't know any other way to put it. Okay, last clip I got for you guys. Not too many today. Nick didn't stream for too long the other night, but last one is him talking about when we say "Make America Great Again," we're fighting for our lives, we're fighting for God, we're fighting for our country, and yes, we're fighting for our race, and that the term was actually started by Reagan when he was president, and then Trump took it and just turned it into a whole fan base, and I think it's going to be something that people are going to do for years and years to come. You know, we're going to be like, we just want to make America great again. You know, it's not even going to be about Trump, it's just going to be about making America great again. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys get into this clip, and yeah.
Okay, we are white, we are Christian, we all know what we mean when we say make America great again. Look, America sucks now. Why? Too many immigrants, too liberal, too gay, too feminist. What does make America great again? We want to bring back, we want to restore the country from like the 80s or before. And no, that doesn't mean we want to bring back slavery and Jim Crow and the Ku Klux Klan. But it means we're tired of seeing white people stabbed in the neck for no reason. We're tired of Israel dominating our politics. We're tired of HR coming down and breathing down the necks of everybody for making jokes or acting like men. Okay, so Walsh and Vance understand this. Directionally, this is how we identify. We are traditional Americans. We're white, we're Christian, anti-immigration, anti-feminist, conservative temperamentally. We want the country to look more like it did a few decades ago. And there are people that want us dead for this. There are probably millions of Americans that think that we are Nazis for believing that, because we believe in God, because we believe in America, because we believe in the white race, because we believe in patriarchy. They believe we are Nazis, and Nazis always do holocausts, so they have to kill us to prevent genocide. And that's what millions of left-wing people believe, and they will incite violence against us, and when it happens, they'll deny it, they'll look the other way, they'll cover it up. When they get in power, they'll systematize the violence. They'll take our guns away. They'll take the police away. They'll bring Section 8 in your neighborhood. They'll bring immigrants by the millions every year. It's like, so Vance and Walsh understand the score here. We're fighting for our lives. We're fighting for God. We're fighting for our country. Yes, we're fighting for our race.
Again, we're fighting for everything, you know. It really is that time, you know, like you gotta look out for yourself. You gotta look out for your family, you know, and you just gotta be protective, you know, because it's a lot of crazy stuff going on. It's only gonna get crazier as the years go on, you know. And it's just not good, you know. But if, like I said, if you guys like these Nick Fuentes clips, follow. It's not hard, just subscribe. You know, once you subscribe, you know, you're already done, and you'll see the video posted, and you can tune into it and all that. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys. Thank you guys for subscribing and all that. I'm gonna continue to put out more Nick Fuentes clips for you guys. You know, I think he's a great person in my opinion. Like you said, there's people that think he's a Nazi, but I obviously think he's a good person. You know, I think what he's fighting for, what he's pushing, and after the death of Charlie Kirk, you know, we really need that. in America, you never really need someone that raw, unfiltered to really stick it to, like you said, the Jews, the Democrats. I mean, to all of them, because they ain't for us, bro. They're against us. But if you guys like the video, like, subscribe, comment down below. And yeah, this is Pure Record.